Hey everybody, Max Monster, back with Marvel Heroes, and this time we got Squirrel Girl on the chopping block. And with a couple of small quality of life changes, if you can call them that. Some of them aren't really quality of life changes, just changes all around. Some people have been nerfed. Um, Squirrel Girl has changed around quite a little bit, so we have some changes. And going from the 2015 Squirrels, um, kind of change it around just a little bit to suit it. It's still pretty good. So let's take a look at the build. First, there's no Omega points here. It's where I'm stuck at here. No Omega points being spent on the build at all. Just so you can see that. We got 20 points going to Squirrel Friends. This is giving us the passive so we can have squirrels out there. Squirrels are very important. You can have up to 15 squirrels, and we need the squirrels. They give us some health. They give us a lot of extra damage. We like the squirrels. We're going to have 20 points to Squirrel Special Forces. This summons up 6 squirrels that have extra damage. Gives all the squirrels extra damage. It's really nice. Summon duration of 20 seconds. Gives squirrels critical and brutal strike chance of an extra 19.5% chance right now. And the ability's on a 35-second cooldown. So it's kind of a potent skill. Definitely worth having in the toolkit. 20 points to the Hulkbuster Squirrels. I'll always have Hulkbuster Squirrels just because they're cool. This is the signature. It's on a rather fast timer, 25 seconds. Does some pretty good extra damage. Nice little extra burst. 20 points to Squirrel Cunning. The passive now has critical hit rating, critical damage rating per squirrel, 120. So if you got 15 squirrels out, that's quite a lot actually. Maybe you haven't noticed. You'll start hitting like a truck just based on that passive alone. We got 20 points going into Savage Swipe. This is bringing Squirrel Girl into the build a little more instead of just making her ranged, shooting squirrels out and just relying on the squirrels itself. Now, especially that you don't have 30 squirrels, you only got 15 squirrels. It's really hard for those squirrels to burn down stuff without involving Squirrel Girl. So I like melee, and I brought her in melee, and it actually works really well by using Savage Swipe, which does physical damage and is plus 3% per active squirrel. So that's plus basically 45% per active squirrel. And actually we'll have Tippy Toe. I don't know if that affects this or not, so that could be an extra 3%. Couldn't tell you. 20 points into Squirrel Distraction. This is a passive for melees. Gives us some damage negation for 4 seconds when you hit with a melee power. Gives us some extra hit points, dodge rating, and extra dodge rating per squirrel. I mean, you're going to be dodging. Even though dodge is kind of not as good as what it used to be. Might as well have it. 20 points to Squirrel Twirl. Kind of a funny name, but it actually does some extra good damage twice per second. And good initial damage, and it knocks things down for quite a long time. And that's what we're looking for, actually. Is that extra knockdown while we swipe away and while the squirrels chew them up. And finally, for some extra damage, well, first off, you just want to make sure you have 1 point into Squirrel Heart for the passive damage negation of 10%, and you get the dexterity bonus of increased dodge rating and a 10% chance to deflect projectiles. Make sure you have a point there. And then the rest of the points that you got should go into Death from the Trees. This will give us Snare, which will slow things by 50%, and it gives us some extra damage twice per second to, you know, just cause havoc on the screen. And with that, that's the build. It makes for real easy gameplay because I just set up on the left button Savage Swipe, on the right button Forest Walk for, you know, something to get out of the way of things. Then I have Squirrel Twirl, Death from the Trees, Squirrel Special Forces, and Hulkbuster Squirrels. So it's real, 4 buttons is all you really need. It makes it for a real easy play. Now for gearing. We're really buffing up the squirrels in this. A lot of damage comes from them. So I got the Armor Alternate Reality Chaos Portal. Summon ally health isn't important, so all you have to really look for is something with high summon ally damage. And this one's almost perfect. It's close to it, 43.3%. So that goes on. Then I got a Raptor Stone. This one's got good attack speed, kind of low summon ally damage. Squirrel Girl's not my main, so she doesn't get my good stone. And but a 6% chance to summon a Raptor Stone, summon a Raptor when he hit for 30 seconds, so that's going to be around usually. Then I got Advanced Latvarian Regalia, which is 27.8% summon allied damage. So we'll take that. And then I got a Latvarian Regalia, which is 25% summon allied damage, which is perfect. And then I got a Mr. Sinister's Medallion, which is 23% summon allied damage and 20% summon allied duration and +2 to all powers, seeing how it's cosmic. So that's pretty good for us. Now, Squirrel Girl doesn't have a lot of health, so while soloing, I definitely run around with a health on the core. Now this one should really be a level 60 core. It's only a level 50. Not my main again. It's good enough for the purposes of making the video. It is a 300 health, 100 spirit, and med kit use core, 3-to-1 core. This one's got movement speed when I use the med kit. It's alright. Definitely could be better. I got my pet Punisher Herbie. Still working on it a little bit. I'd like to get rid of that energy damage there for something else. I'm not sure. But right now it's there. But this is +3 intellect, +1 to all powers. So that goes on for the my pet. She has Relics of Lemuria. I used to give all my guys Relics of Lemuria, so she still has them. Gunner, not leveled at all. This is just to show what I would suggest. I would suggest that because the critical hit chance and everything would buff the pets as well as Squirrel Girl, and not much else out there would really do that. So we kind of have to go with the Blasé, and we have to go with Gunner. Insignia Nick Fury. This is when you hit with a power, your allies gain 12% summon damage and +1 intellect for 8 seconds. This has got some dodge rating and some defense rating. Really, it's that +1 intellect and 12% summon damage that we're looking for. Then I got a crit hit rating, crit damage rating, brutal strike chance, and movement speed cosmic ring. That's actually a pretty good ring. Defense rating in River of the Soul on the defensive Euro. Don't really need River of the Soul at this at all. It's a basic attack Savage Swipe. You'll never run out of spirit. I just always put River of the Soul on just to show that you don't need a high-end blessings, or you don't need high-end rune words to make anything work with these builds. But there's definitely better rune words for the build. I got Doreen's Dangerous Claws. It's got 800 damage rating, 240 brutal strike rating, 870 brutal strike damage rating, 3.4% attack speed, 306 critical hit rating, 1000 critical damage rating. When you dodge an attack, you gain defense and physical damage rating for 8 seconds. All her damage rating is physical damage. And +4 ranks to Squirrel Girl's Let's Fight powers. I got Great Lakes Avengers t-shirt. This has got 2000 defense, 230 dodge, 78 spirit. It's got a lot of proc chances. Some good stuff there. 1800 health, +2 to all powers. You might be able to find something a little bit better than that for the slot 2. Squirrel Systems Utility Belt, 1400 defense rating, 800 health. What else has we got here? 9.2% power duration. That'll actually help the pets. +3 ranks to all Squirrel Girls more squirrel powers. +2 ranks to all Squirrel Girls squirrels powers. That actually helps out quite a bit. Tippy Toes Itty Bitty Bow. This has got 1600 defense rating, 300 damage rating. Grants a permanent Tippy Toe squirrel that fights with you. That's why I think the squirrel counts as a squirrel, because it actually says Tippy Toe squirrel. 4% chance to stun target for 30 seconds when you hit. That's on a minute cooldown though. 1000 health and +4 ranks to Squirrel Girls more squirrels powers, so that's pretty good. And there's Tippy Toe right there. And then full set of Iron Man versus series cards. We got 1540 defense rating, 4% bonus damage versus bosses, +1 intellect, 6% chance when you are attacked to summon Iron Man to your aid for 30 seconds, 260 critical hit rating, 23.6 summon ally duration, 24.6 summon ally damage, 294 brutal strike rating, and +2 to all powers. So it's pretty good. Her kit's not terrible. I think her kit needs some buff. I don't know why they didn't buff up her kit while they were at it. And let's see, we're going to change her team up to Angel because we're leveling Angel. Let's summon them out. And then let's go ahead and take on Cosmic Dr. Octopus. Now it should be, okay, we already got it set. Should be real easy to set up some squirrels. Or like see already, I'm almost at max squirrels. It doesn't take much to get them rolling. You got a squirrel bar right here. Tells you how many squirrels you got out there. You can see it's pretty easy. Just keep dropping rains. Knock them down with the squirrel twirl. Hit them with the death from the trees. Where it basically just rain squirrels. Even though she doesn't have that many hit points, it's still survivable. What's that knockdown going to work? Alright, we're all set. There's the Hulk Busters. And it's that easy. Which is pretty good. They didn't change much. I missed my 30 squirrels, but I'll take the 15. We got a StarTech cube. No Octobot controller. Acorn artillery. But that's Squirrel Girl. And, you know, hope it helps. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll talk to everybody real soon.